I'm arranging a bouquet of white roses in my tiny flower shop in East Austin, the air smelling of fresh blooms and damp soil, my hands steady as I trim the stems, my mind heavy with the weight of the past 3 years. My name's Vivian, I'm 36, a florist who once had big dreams, a thriving business, a life I loved, until Jessica, my former best friend, took it all away. The shop is quiet today, just the hum of the fridge keeping the flowers fresh, the occasional jingle of the bell when a customer walks in, the soft sunlight filtering through the window, casting shadows on the wooden counter where I've laid out my tools, my scissors, my ribbon, my regrets. The walls are lined with shelves of vases, the floor scuffed from years of use, the air tinged with the faint scent of lavender from a diffuser in the corner. A small attempt to make this place feel like home, a home I've lost, a home I'm fighting to keep. 3 years ago, I had a successful floral business, Vivian's Blooms, catering to weddings and events across Austin. I'm finally making it a pride I felt, a pride I earned, a pride I shared. Jessica, 35, was my best friend since college, her "you're killing it" vibe. A cheer I trusted, a cheer I needed, a cheer I believed. We spend hours in my shop, her helping me with orders, me sharing my ideas, I'm thinking of expanding to corporate events. A dream I confided, a dream I planned, a dream I regretted sharing. I think about those days, the late nights we'd spend arranging flowers for a big wedding, the way she'd laugh as we sipped coffee from paper cups, the way she'd admire my designs, her "you're so talented" vibe, a compliment that warmed me, a compliment that fooled me, a compliment that I held dear. We dreamed together, maybe one day we'll be partners, a hope I shared, a hope I believed, a hope I lost. I trusted her with everything, my client lists, my vendor contacts, my business plan, she's my best friend, a trust I gave, a trust I valued, a trust I misplaced. I remember the way we'd celebrate after a big event, the way we'd split a bottle of cheap wine in the back of the shop, the way she'd hug me and say, "We're a team" vibe. Her "I'll always have your back," a promise I believed, a promise I cherished, a promise she broke. I think about the time she saved my business, the way she lent me $5,000 when I was on the verge of closing, her "I believe in you" vibe, a lifeline I took, a lifeline I needed, a lifeline I now resent. I remember the day she gave me the money, the way we sat in my shop after hours, the way I cried as I told her I couldn't pay my rent, the way she wrote the check without hesitation, her "you'll pay me back when you can," a kindness I appreciated, a kindness I leaned on, a kindness I now question. I think about how I paid her back with interest over the next year, the way I thanked her with a bouquet of her favorite peonies, the way I thought our friendship was unbreakable. She's my rock, a belief I held, a belief I cherished, a belief she shattered. I think about the way she'd sit with me during those tough months, the way she'd help me renegotiate with vendors, the way she'd reassure me when I doubted myself. Her "you're stronger than this" vibe, a support I needed, a support I valued, a support I now see as a lie. But then she betrayed me, her "I'm starting my own floral business," a bombshell I didn't see coming, a bombshell that broke me, a bombshell that changed everything. I remember the day she told me, the way we were sitting in my shop, the air smelling of peonies, the sun setting outside, my hands holding a bouquet I'd just finished. Her "it's just business" vibe, don't take it personally, a lie I couldn't accept, a lie I couldn't forgive, a lie I couldn't forget. I felt my throat tight, "how could you do this to me?" A question I asked, a question she ignored, a question that haunted me. She stole my business plan, my client list, my designs, her "I just took inspiration," a justification I hated, a justification I rejected, a justification I despised. Within a year, her shop, Jessica's Petals, took off, her charm and connections winning over my clients, I can't compete with her, a reality I faced, a reality I hated, a reality I lived. I think about the moment I realized what she'd done, the way I found my designs on her website, the way my clients started canceling, the way she'd smile at me in passing. Her "I'm just doing what's best for me," a dagger in my heart, a dagger I felt, a dagger I couldn't remove. I think about the emotional toll, the way I stopped sleeping, the way I'd wake up in a panic, the way I'd cry in the shower, she was my best friend, a betrayal that cut deep, a betrayal that lingered, a betrayal that defined me. My business crumbled, my savings drained, my dreams shattered, my I have to start over, a burden I carried, a burden I resented, a burden I blamed on her. I downsized to this tiny shop, barely making ends meet, my I'll never forgive her, a vow I made, a vow I kept, a vow I lived by. I think about the nights I spent crying in my apartment, the empty wine bottles on the counter, the unpaid bills piling up, the shame of telling my parents I'd failed, the anger at Jessica for taking everything, the guilt of wondering if I could have fought harder, the despair of knowing I'd lost my best friend, my business, my future. Today, I'm scrolling through Instagram on my break, the shop empty, my coffee cold, my fingers swiping through posts of flowers, weddings, happy moments I used to create. When I see it, Jessica's post, her I said yes. Caption under a photo of her and a handsome man, her ring sparkling, her smile wide, her getting married to the love of my life, Ethan, a tech entrepreneur. A declaration that hits me like a punch, a declaration that stings, a declaration that fuels my rage. I feel my chest tighten, my hands trembling, my she doesn't deserve this, a thought I can't shake, a thought I can't ignore, a thought I can't escape. I think about her betrayal, her it's just business echoing in my head, her success built on my failure, her happiness built on my pain, her life built on my loss. I think about Ethan, he's a millionaire, a detail I find online, his tech company thriving, his I want to give Jessica the wedding of her dreams, a quote in an article, a quote that burns, a quote that breaks me. I sit there, the phone in my hand, the bouquet forgotten, the shop silent, my mind racing with the unfairness of it all, the realization that Jessica is getting everything while I have nothing, the anger that she's moving on while I'm stuck, the resentment that she's happy while I'm miserable. I think about my life now, the long hours in this tiny shop, the customers who barely come, the dreams I've buried, and I feel a wave of bitterness, a wave of hurt, a wave of rage. I tell myself I can't let her have this, she doesn't get to win, a decision I make, a decision I cling to, a decision I act on. I start digging online, my fingers typing her name, his name, their wedding plans, I'll make her pay, a plan I form, a plan I need, a plan I justify. I find their wedding venue, a fancy estate outside Austin, their date, 6 weeks from now, their guest list, filled with Austin's elite, and I feel a spark of something dark, a spark of revenge, a spark of power. It's a humid evening in my cramped apartment in East Austin, the air smelling of rain and takeout, my hands sorting through a pile of printed photos on my coffee table, my heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. I'm Vivian, 36, a florist with a plan to ruin Jessica's perfect wedding, a plan to make her feel the pain she caused me, a plan I can't back out of now. The apartment is dim, just the glow of my laptop screen and a single lamp, the walls bare except for a few faded flower sketches, the silence heavy except for the hum of the AC, my mind focused on the task, my anger focused on Jessica, my resolve focused on revenge. The coffee table is cluttered with empty mugs, a half-eaten carton of fried rice, a notebook filled with scribbled ideas, my I have to do this right, a weight I carry, a weight I accept, a weight I embrace. For weeks, I've been gathering information, I need to make this believable, a mantra I repeat, a mantra I follow, a mantra I live by. I've stalked Jessica's social media, her wedding updates. Posts a knife in my heart, her photos with Ethan a reminder of what she took from me, her happiness a fuel for my rage. I found a photo of her at a bar last month, her girls' night out. Caption innocent enough, her arm around a random guy, her smile wide, her just having fun. A detail I can twist, a detail I can use, a detail I can weaponize. I've hired a guy online, a sketchy editor I found on a forum, his I can make it look real, a promise I paid for, a promise I needed, a promise I trusted. He edited the photo, adding incriminating details, her hand on the guy's chest, a flirty text overlay, a meet me later message that never existed, a lie that looks real, a lie that will hurt, a lie that will destroy. I think about the process of finding that editor, the way I spent hours searching online, the way I hesitated before messaging him, the way I sent him the photo with a shaky hand, I can't believe I'm doing this, a thought I pushed aside, a thought I ignored, a thought I buried. I sit there, the edited photos in my hands, the laptop open to an anonymous email account I created, my fingers hovering over the keyboard, my mind racing with the consequences, my heart racing with the thrill, my anger racing with the justification. I type the email, my "you deserve to know the truth," a subject line that's cold, a subject line that's calculated, a subject line that's cruel. I attach the photos, my "she's been cheating on you," a message that's short, a message that's sharp, a message that's devastating. But then I make a mistake. I accidentally send a draft to an old client, a woman named Sarah who once ordered flowers for her anniversary. My "oh no, no, no." A panic that grips me, a panic that consumes me, a panic that I can't escape. I quickly send a follow-up email, my "so sorry, that was a mistake. Please ignore." A plea I type, a plea I send, a plea I hope she listens to. My heart pounds as I wait for a reply, my "what if she tells someone?" A fear that haunts me, a fear that lingers, a fear that I can't shake. I think about Sarah, the way she was always so kind, the way she'd tip generously, the way she'd ask about my day, my "she wouldn't tell anyone, right?" A hope I cling to, a hope I need, a hope I doubt. After an agonizing hour, Sarah replies, her "don't worry, I deleted it." A relief I feel, a relief I need, a relief I don't fully trust. I think about the moment I saw her reply, the way I let out a shaky breath, the way I closed my eyes in gratitude, the way I still felt a lingering dread, my "I can't make another mistake," a resolve I make, a resolve I need, a resolve I fear I can't keep. I take a deep breath, my hands still trembling, and send the real email to Ethan, the email whooshing away. My "it's done," a whisper I say, a whisper I feel, a whisper I fear. The next day, I'm in my shop, the air smelling of lilies and eucalyptus, my hands arranging a small bouquet for a walk-in customer, my mind distracted by what I've done, my heart heavy with what's coming, my anger steady with what I believe. I think about the wedding, the fancy estate, the white tents, the string quartet, the guests in their designer dresses, and I imagine the chaos, the scandal, the humiliation. My "she'll finally feel what I felt," a thought I hold on to, a thought I need, a thought I justify. I think about my life, the tiny shop, the empty bank account, the lonely nights, and I feel a wave of bitterness, a wave of hurt, a wave of rage. I tell myself I did the right thing, my "she deserves this," a justification I repeat, a justification I believe, a justification I doubt. I check my phone, the anonymous email account still open, my "no reply yet," a relief I feel, a relief I dread, a relief I question. I think about Ethan, his reaction, his "how could she do this?" A scene I imagine, a scene I want, a scene I fear. I think about Jessica, her tears, her "it's not true." A plea I imagine, a plea I ignore, a plea I relish. I think about what I've done, the line I've crossed, the person I've become, and I feel a pang of guilt, a pang of doubt, a pang of fear, but I push it away. My "she brought this on herself," a shield I use, a shield I need, a shield I cling to. It's a sunny Saturday afternoon, and I'm parked in my beat-up sedan a block away from the wedding venue. A sprawling estate just outside Austin, the air smelling of jasmine and freshly cut grass, my hands gripping the steering wheel, my heart pounding with a mix of anticipation and dread. I'm Vivian, 36, a florist who sabotaged her ex-friend's wedding, a florist who's about to see her plan unfold, a florist who's about to face the consequences. I didn't get hired for this wedding, Jessica made sure of that, but I'm here, hidden in plain sight, my "I need to see this," a need I can't ignore, a need I can't resist, a need I can't escape. The car smells of old coffee and wilted flowers, the dashboard cluttered with receipts and a half-empty water bottle, the windows cracked open just enough to let in the sound of distant laughter, a sound that taunts me, a sound that fuels me, a sound that I'll silence. I watch from a distance, the estate buzzing with activity, the white tents gleaming in the sun, the guests arriving in their fancy cars, the string quartet playing softly, the flowers, my flowers, stolen designs, adorning every corner, a reminder of what she took, a reminder of why I did this, a reminder of my rage. I see Jessica, her white dress sparkling, her smile wide, her "I'm the happiest I've ever been," a glow I can't stand, a glow I can't forgive, a glow I can't let last. I see Ethan, his suit sharp, his face calm, his "I'm ready to marry her," a confidence I've shattered, a confidence I've broken, a confidence I've ended. I feel a surge of satisfaction. This is what she deserves, a thought I hold on to, a thought I need, a thought I justify. But then it happens. Ethan storms out of the tent, his face red, his Jessica, how could you? A shout I hear from my car, a shout that echoes, a shout that works. The guests gasp, their whispers loud, their what's happening? A chaos I created, a chaos I wanted, a chaos I planned. Jessica runs after him, her dress trailing, her it's not true, Ethan, I swear. A plea I hear, a plea I ignore, a plea I relish. He holds up his phone, the edited photos I sent, his I can't marry a liar, a declaration that hits her, a declaration that breaks her, a declaration that satisfies me. The guests spill out of the tent, their faces a mix of shock and curiosity. Did she really cheat? A rumor I started, a rumor I spread, a rumor I revel in. An older woman in a lavender dress clutches her pearls, her I knew she was too good to be true, a whisper I hear, a whisper I savor, a whisper I caused. A man in a tuxedo shakes his head, his poor Ethan, a sympathy I orchestrated, a sympathy I wanted, a sympathy I enjoy. But then I notice someone, a former client Mark, who once hired me for his sister's wedding, staring at my car, his isn't that Vivian's sedan? A question I overhear, a question that chills me, a question that threatens me. He starts walking toward me, his I need to talk to her, a determination I see, a determination I fear, a determination I can't stop. I quickly start the engine, I can't let him catch me, a panic that drives me, a panic that consumes me, a panic that I can't escape, and I drive away, my heart racing, my plan teetering on the edge of exposure. I think about Mark, the way he always seemed so observant, the way he'd ask detailed questions about my work, the way he'd remember small things I'd said, what if he tells Jessica? A fear that grips me, a fear that lingers, a fear that I can't shake. I think about the drive home, the way I kept checking my rearview mirror, the way I took a longer route to make sure I wasn't followed, the way I felt like a fugitive, I'm in too deep, a realization that hits me, a realization that scares me, a realization that I can't undo. I think about the moment I got home, the way I locked the door behind me, the way I sank to the floor, the way I tried to catch my breath, what have I done? A question that haunts me, a question that lingers, a question that I can't answer. I get to my apartment, the air stale, the lights off, my couch sagging as I sit, my phone in my hand, my thoughts a mix of triumph and fear, my feelings a mix of satisfaction and doubt, my plan a mix of right and wrong. I think about Jessica, her tears, her it's not true echoing in my head, her humiliation a mirror of my own, her pain a reflection of mine, her loss a taste of mine. I think about Ethan, his anger, his I can't marry a liar, a wound I inflicted, a wound I wanted, a wound I question. I tell myself I did the right thing, she deserved this, a justification I repeat, a justification I believe, a justification I doubt. But then my phone buzzes, a text from an unknown number, we need to talk, Vivian, a message that freezes me, a message that scares me, a message that ruins me. It's Jessica, her I know it was you, I traced the email, a revelation I didn't expect, a revelation I can't escape, a revelation I can't fight. She tells me she's suing me for defamation, her you'll pay for this, Vivian, a threat I feel, a threat I fear, a threat I can't ignore. I feel my throat tighten, my hands trembling, how did she find out? A question I can't answer, a question I can't face, a question I can't avoid. I think about my shop, I can't afford a lawsuit, a fear I can't shake, a fear I can't ignore, a fear I can't escape. I think about my life, the little I have left, the little I've rebuilt, the little I've fought for, and I feel a wave of panic, a wave of regret, a wave of despair. It's a rainy morning in November, 6 months after the wedding, and I'm standing outside my flower shop in East Austin, the for sale sign on the door, the windows dark, my hands in my pockets as I watch the last of my inventory being loaded into a van, my heart heavy with the weight of what I've done, the weight of what I've lost, the weight of what I've become. I'm Vivian, 36, a florist who sabotaged her ex-friend's wedding, a florist who got caught, a florist who's lost everything. The street is quiet, just the sound of the rain on the pavement, the occasional car passing by, the cold air biting at my skin, my mind racing with the past, my regret racing with the present, my isolation racing with the future. The shop looks empty now, the shelves bare, the counter cleared, the faint scent of flowers still lingering, a memory of what was, a memory of what I had, a memory of what I destroyed. The lawsuit destroyed me, Jessica's "you'll pay for this," a promise she kept, a promise she won, a promise she enforced. The court ruled in her favor, her defamation with malicious intent, a charge I couldn't fight, a charge I couldn't afford, a charge I couldn't escape. I had to pay damages, legal fees, court costs. I have nothing left, a reality I faced, a reality I hated, a reality I lived. I sold my shop to cover the debt. This was all I had, a loss I felt, a loss I mourned, a loss I caused. My reputation is ruined. She sabotaged a wedding, a whisper in Austin's small business community. A whisper I can't stop, a whisper I can't change, a whisper I can't outrun. My friends have turned away there. You went too far, Vivian, a judgment I can't escape, a judgment I can't fight, a judgment I can't deny. I think about the friends I lost, the way they stopped calling after the trial, the way they unfollowed me on social media, the way they'd cross the street to avoid me. I'm completely alone now, a reality that stings, a reality that hurts, a reality that I created. I think about Jessica, her "I know it was you" echoing in my head, her victory in court a bitter pill, her life moving on while mine falls apart, her "I'm starting over with Ethan," a post I saw online, a post that stings, a post that hurts. But then I hear something new. Jessica's business collapsed after the scandal, her "I lost everything because of the rumors," a detail I learn from a mutual acquaintance, a detail that shocks me, a detail that changes everything. I think about what I did, the photos I sent, the wedding I ruined, the pain I caused, and I wonder if it was worth it, if it made me happy, if it made me whole. I think about Jessica's loss, the way she's now in the same position I was, the way I thought I'd feel satisfied, the way I now feel hollow. Did I go too far? A question that haunts me, a question that lingers, a question that I can't answer. I think about the irony, the way I wanted her to suffer like I did, the way I got my wish, the way it doesn't feel like a victory. I thought this would fix me, a realization that breaks me, a realization that hurts, a realization that I can't escape. I think about the moment I heard the news, the way I sat in my empty apartment, the way I stared at the wall, the way I felt a pang of guilt I couldn't ignore. I didn't mean for this, a confession I make, a confession I hate, a confession I can't take back. I tell myself I went too far, I should have let it go, a realization I cling to, a realization I need, a realization I regret. I sabotaged her wedding out of anger, out of hurt, out of revenge, and it backfired. It cost me everything. It left me with nothing. I'm worse off than before, a truth I face, a truth I hate, a truth I live. But even as I recognize my mistake, even as I feel the weight of my regret, even as I see the cost of my actions, I can't let go of my anger, my hurt, my blame. Jessica deserved to be humiliated. She stole my life, a thought I repeat, a thought I cling to, a thought I believe. She took my business, my clients, my dreams, and I took her wedding, her happiness, her moment. She had it coming, a justification I hold on to, a justification I need, a justification I question. I think about the person I've become, the person who let revenge consume her, the person who lost everything for a moment of satisfaction, the person who's alone because of her choices, and I feel a wave of shame, a wave of regret, a wave of sorrow. I wonder if I could have done things differently, if I could have confronted her, if I could have moved on, my heart torn between the guilt of my actions and the anger at her betrayal. The struggle between knowing I was wrong and believing she deserved it, the conflict between my regret and my resentment. I think about justice, the way I thought I was serving it, the way I thought I was balancing the scales, the way I now see I was wrong. I wanted fairness, but I lost myself. A realization that hits me, a realization that hurts, a realization that I can't undo. I walk away from the shop, the rain soaking my coat, my boots splashing in puddles, the city gray, my future uncertain, my past heavy, my present empty, my story unfinished but my regret real, my strength fading, my hope gone, my life a struggle, one day at a time, one breath at a time, my sorrow, my guilt, my loneliness, my shame, my collapse, my void, my torment.